Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation news fans. Jess Edwards is opening up about her awkward love triangle during the first week of Bachelor in Paradise, which saw her choosing to further explore her connection with Spencer Conley over Sam McKenney. The new season kicked off on July 7, with fans immediately slamming the show as Walmart Love Island, with the new location and twists that were added to the format. And while the season's first major argument already came and went, so did the first elimination ceremony. In the end, after failing to connect with the women, Kyle Howard, Hakeem Moulton, Ricky Marinas, and Sam were all sent home. And Sam in particular was someone who even host Jesse Palmer admitted he was surprised to see go home so soon. Now Jess, who had to choose between Spencer and Sam, is sharing more about why she made the decision she did. Kevin O'Sullivan lambasts Megan over Netflix show and wine. Speaking on the Bachelor Happy Hour cast, Jess discussed what went through her mind as she picked Spencer, who she connected with immediately on day 1, over Sam, who arrived on day 2 and took her on an official date. Speaking to hosts Joe Amabile and Serena Pitt, who ended up together after their own time in Paradise, Jess shared that it wasn't really much of a triangle at all in the end because she truly connected with Spencer. Yeah, I think in the moment I was like, oh my God, I was freaking out, I was a little nervous, like, oh, I don't want to upset anyone and maybe I should have more conversations. I didn't want to be like, oh, thanks for the date, bye, she said. I was like, yeah, no, with Sam. I was thinking about Spencer. I couldn't wait, honestly, to get back and be like, it was fun, but I missed you, she added. She further admitted that there was no comparison for her in the end, and she likely wouldn't have given Sam a second date if they had met in the real world either, as they were very different people. Our personalities are very different. Nothing against him, he is so nice. I just think that when I'm in the real world and going on dates and looking for someone, I want someone that's matching my vibe and matching my energy, she said. Jess's comment comes after Palmer revealed that he was disappointed to see Sam go home so early, after knowing he wanted a bit of a redemption arc following his time on Jen Tran's season, where he appeared to be a villain throughout. Paradise, I think in a lot of ways, a big theme is redemption, he told ABC Audio after the episode. I know Sam was really excited about that, to show a totally different side of himself than what he showed on Jen's season. As the host and as someone that's been around Sam, I was sad to see him leave. I'm really hopeful for him and outside the show that he'll find his person because he deserves it.
Over the turquoise waters of a tropical paradise, painting the sky with shades of pink and gold. It was the perfect scene for romance, heartbreak, and reality TV drama. But for Jess Edwards, the picturesque backdrop couldn't mask the storm brewing in her heart. After weeks of whispers, speculation, and social media frenzy, the Bachelor in Paradise star finally broke her silence on what fans have been calling one of the most shocking love triangle decisions in reality television history. The build-up: paradise or predicament? From the moment Jess stepped onto the sandy shores of Bachelor in Paradise, fans knew she was a force to be reckoned with. Known for her charm, wit, and magnetic personality, Jess quickly caught the attention of not one but two very eligible bachelors, the charming and rugged Alex Matthews and the enigmatic, brooding Tyler Monroe. Alex was the quintessential romantic: sun-kissed hair, dazzling smile, and a reputation for sweep-you-off-your-feet gestures. Tyler, on the other hand, carried an air of mystery. He was the type of man whose intense gaze could make anyone feel simultaneously nervous and exhilarated. The sparks between Jess and both men were undeniable, and so began the drama. From the outside, the love triangle seemed almost cinematic. Cocktail parties filled with whispered conversations, beachside walks tinged with tension, and rose ceremonies where hearts were broken in front of cameras. All of it was fodder for gossip and online speculation. Fans quickly took sides: Team Alex or Team Tyler. There was no middle ground. The turning point. The tension reached a fever pitch during one fateful group date. Jess, Alex, and Tyler were tasked with a challenge that forced them to confront their feelings head-on. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Jess found herself torn between two men who were both vying for her heart with equal intensity. It was during this moment, captured on camera and replayed endlessly in highlight reels, that Jess made a choice, or so fans thought. The aftermath was chaos. hashtags trending worldwide, Instagram stories buzzing, and Reddit threads exploding with theories. Every detail of her interactions, every glance, every smile was dissected. People were shocked, people were angry, and through it all, Jess remained silent. Until now. Breaking her silence. In an exclusive interview with Reality Romance Weekly, Jess finally addressed the controversy. Sitting in a softly lit studio, dressed casually yet elegantly, she exuded a calm that belied the storm surrounding her. "I know it's been a lot for people to process," Jess began, her voice measured yet emotive. "Being on Bachelor in Paradise is intense. You're isolated from the world, everything is amplified, and emotions run higher than you ever imagined. I had to make decisions in real time, under pressure, with cameras on me 24/7. It wasn't easy." When pressed about the love triangle, Jess's eyes glistened slightly, hinting at the emotional toll it had taken. "It's complicated," she admitted. "People think it's black and white, choose one or choose the other. But love is messy, and sometimes the right decision in the moment isn't as simple as it seems." Fans had assumed Jess chose Alex outright, leaving Tyler heartbroken and the internet divided. But in this candid interview, she revealed an unexpected twist. The decision was not about picking a person, it was about picking herself. "I realized that in the whirlwind of romance, I was losing sight of who I was," Jess explained. "I had to step back, take a breath, and be honest with myself. That's when I made the choice that shocked everyone, not because it was dramatic, but because it was authentic." The fallout. Her revelation sent shockwaves across social media. Some fans applauded her bravery, praising her for prioritizing personal growth over a romantic storyline. Others were incredulous, feeling personally invested in the narrative the show had built. Memes exploded, commentary shows debated her motives, and former contestants weighed in with their own insights. Alex, gracious yet visibly disappointed, took to social media with a heartfelt post. "Jess is incredible. Whatever she chooses, she deserves to be happy. I'm grateful for our time together." Tyler, on the other hand, kept his thoughts private, leaving fans speculating whether heartbreak or relief lay behind his enigmatic smile. The aftermath in Paradise. Returning to the villa after making her decision, Jess noticed a shift in dynamics. Conversations were quieter, smiles were tighter, and yet there was an undercurrent of respect from everyone around her. "It wasn't just about love for me," she said. "It was about setting boundaries, being honest, and showing that your happiness matters, even if it defies expectations." She continued to build meaningful friendships with other contestants, many of whom had initially viewed her as a threat in the love triangle. Now they saw her as a pillar of integrity, a woman who refused to compromise her values for drama or screen time. Lessons beyond the cameras. Jess's experience is more than just a reality TV storyline. It's a narrative that resonates with viewers worldwide, highlighting the pressures of modern romance, the importance of self-respect, and the courage to make unconventional choices. "When I look back, I don't regret anything," she said, smiling softly. "Yes, it was hard. Yes, people will judge you. But I learned that sometimes the most shocking decision isn't about who you choose. It's about choosing yourself and having the strength to stick with it." Her story serves as a reminder that love isn't always about finding the perfect partner. It's about discovering who you are in the process. And in a world where social media thrives on gossip, drama, and spectacle, Jess's honesty shines like a beacon of authenticity. Fan reactions and public response. Fans have since flooded social media with messages of support. Twitter trends erupted with hashtag Team Jess and hashtag Love Yourself First, while fan accounts shared inspirational quotes from her interview. Commentary shows dissected her decision, often concluding that it was one of the most mature and grounded choices ever seen on Bachelor in Paradise. One popular fan account said, "It's refreshing to see someone prioritize themselves in a show that's all about pairing off. Jess Edwards just redefined what it means to play the game and win on her own terms." Looking forward. As for what's next for Jess, she remains cryptic yet hopeful. While fans eagerly await updates on potential love interests, Jess emphasizes that she's focused on her personal journey. "I'm excited for what's ahead," she said. "Love may find me when the time is right, but right now, I'm embracing who I am, what I want, and the freedom to make choices that feel true."
Her message resonates far beyond the sunny beaches of the show. Love triangles, heartbreak, and reality TV drama may capture headlines, but the real story is about self-discovery, empowerment, and the courage to defy expectations. Conclusion: a paradigm shift in paradise. Jess Edwards' decision may have shocked the Bachelor in Paradise fanbase, but it also opened the door for a new kind of narrative, one where authenticity and self-respect triumph over drama and spectacle. As cameras stop rolling and the villa empties, one thing is clear: Jess's story isn't just a plot twist, it's a lesson in modern romance, personal growth, and the courage to make the hard choice.
The sun dipped low over the horizon, streaking the sky with fiery oranges and pinks. Waves lapped gently at the shore, and palm trees swayed in the evening breeze. On the surface, it was paradise, the kind of setting where love blooms effortlessly. But for Jess Edwards, the island paradise of Bachelor in Paradise was anything but simple. From the moment she set foot on the sand, cameras capturing every step, whispers spread like wildfire. Jess wasn't just another contestant. She was a woman with a heart big enough to attract two very different men. Alex Matthews, the charming golden boy with a smile that could melt the iciest heart, and Tyler Monroe, the mysterious, brooding type whose mere gaze could leave her both anxious and intrigued. What followed would become one of the most talked about love triangles in reality TV history. The spark, when chemistry meets chaos. Jess first noticed Alex during the group welcome event. Dressed in a crisp white linen shirt, Alex greeted her with an easygoing smile. Their conversation flowed effortlessly, filled with laughter, shared experiences, and subtle flirtation. Fans watching at home were quick to dub them the sun-kissed sweethearts, envisioning a predictable fairy tale romance. But Tyler's entrance changed everything. Leaning casually against a palm tree, his dark eyes scanning the beach, Tyler exuded a quiet confidence that was impossible to ignore. When he finally approached Jess, there was an intensity to the encounter, a magnetic pull that made her heart race in a way Alex's laughter never could. It wasn't long before the two men began vying for her attention. Private conversations, secretive glances, and carefully orchestrated dates made the island feel like a pressure cooker, each day ratcheting up the tension. Jess found herself caught between comfort and excitement, predictability and mystery, leaving her in a state of emotional whiplash. The group date that changed everything. The turning point came during a memorable group date that fans still debate to this day. Jess, Alex, and Tyler were tasked with completing a challenging physical obstacle course, testing teamwork and trust. But the real challenge was emotional. As the sun dipped behind the horizon, the trio was forced to confront their feelings for each other in front of the cameras. Alex knelt down beside her during a quiet moment, brushing a strand of hair from her face. "Jess, I know this is intense, but I just need you to know, I care about you, truly," he said, voice steady yet earnest. Before she could respond, Tyler appeared, his voice low but firm. "Jess, I can't pretend I'm okay standing here watching you with him. I feel something real with you, something you can't ignore." Jess froze, torn between two men she liked in profoundly different ways. The cameras captured every micro-expression, the widening of her eyes, the nervous bite of her lip, the subtle hesitation before she spoke. Fans watching live were left stunned, unable to predict her next move. And then came the decision, one that would leave the Bachelor Nation reeling. The shock choice. When the dust settled, Jess didn't pick Alex. She didn't pick Tyler. Instead, she chose herself. "I realized that I had been losing myself in the pursuit of romance," Jess later explained in an exclusive interview. "I was so focused on making one of them happy that I forgot about my own happiness. At that moment, I knew the right choice wasn't about who I loved, it was about who I wanted to be." It was a revelation that shocked fans. Social media erupted with memes, reactions, and heated debates. Some accused her of playing the game. Others called her decision brave and unprecedented. Hashtags like #TeamJess, #LoveYourselfFirst, and #ParadisePlotTwist trended worldwide.
I wasn't expecting it to go viral the way it did, Jess said, smiling at the memory. I just knew I needed to stay true to myself. Behind the scenes, pressure and privacy. While the public reaction was explosive, the reality behind the scenes was even more intense. Fellow contestants described Jess as a quiet storm, someone who carefully navigated the heightened emotions and constant scrutiny. One contestant, who wished to remain anonymous, shared, "Jess didn't just survive the triangle, she thrived emotionally." Watching her make that choice was inspiring. It reminded all of us that being on the show isn't just about romance, it's about growth. Producers, too, reportedly marveled at her maturity. While reality TV thrives on conflict and drama, Jess chose authenticity over spectacle. A choice, while less dramatic for ratings, resonated deeply with those around her. Fan reactions, love, hate, and everything in between. The fallout on social media was immediate. TikTok videos dissected every scene, Twitter threads debated motives, and Instagram polls divided the fan base. Team Alex. I still think Alex was the right choice. Jess should have picked him. #ForeverAlex. Team Tyler. Tyler had that mysterious vibe, and Jess went for self-love. Brave, but still heartbreaking. #TylerForever. Team Jess. Finally, someone who shows you don't need a man to validate you. #LoveYourselfFirst. Commentary shows joined the conversation. One popular host remarked, "Jess Edwards just changed the rules of Bachelor in Paradise. Choosing yourself in the middle of a love triangle? That's unprecedented." Even former contestants weighed in. An ex-Bachelor winner tweeted, "Jess did what many of us wish we had the courage to do. She reminded everyone watching that the most important love story is the one you have with yourself." Alex and Tyler's response. Alex, the golden boy, handled the situation with grace. He posted a heartfelt statement on Instagram. "Jess is incredible. Whatever she chooses, she deserves happiness. I'm grateful for the moments we shared on the island. Some stories end differently than we expect, and that's okay." Tyler remained enigmatic, giving a brief interview hinting at mixed emotions. "Of course it stings a bit," he said, "but you can't fault someone for choosing authenticity. I respect her courage." Jess's life after Paradise. Since leaving the show, Jess has embraced her life with renewed energy. She's focused on personal growth, career opportunities, and strengthening friendships she formed during filming. The experience, she says, has been transformative. "I've learned that boundaries are essential," Jess shared. "Being honest about what you want, even when it's hard, is the key to self-respect. And sometimes, the most shocking choice isn't who you choose. It's realizing you don't need to choose anyone." Lessons for Bachelor Nation. Jess's story is more than a love triangle. It's a cultural moment. It highlights the pressures of reality TV romance, the importance of self-discovery, and the courage it takes to defy expectations. Fans have taken inspiration from her decision. Posts flooded with messages like, "Thanks, Jess, for showing it's okay to prioritize yourself." "I needed this. Choosing me first feels revolutionary." Paradise isn't just about love, it's about learning who you are. Looking forward. As the dust settles, Jess remains hopeful about the future. Romance may find her again, she admits. But for now, she's embracing freedom, authenticity, and personal growth. "Love will happen when it's right," she says. "For now, I'm focused on being the best version of myself. And that's more rewarding than any rose ceremony could ever be." Jess Edwards' decision has left an indelible mark on Bachelor in Paradise. It's a story of empowerment, courage, and authenticity. While fans debated and dissected every move, the truth is simple. Jess chose honesty over drama, self-love over social expectation, and authenticity over spectacle. In the world of reality TV, where the rules are often dictated by audience reaction, Jess's choice serves as a reminder. Sometimes the most shocking, headline-making decision is the one that follows your heart and respects your soul.